So hi, this is chapter 9 of the political theory book. Question 1 is, do you think that a change towards a peaceful world need a change in the way people think? Can mind promote peace, and is it enough to focus only on human mind? So we have to remember that any answer supported with argument or explanation would solve the purpose. It is strongly recommended that you prepare the solution on your own. However, sample solution has been provided for your reference. So it is a question to us. Do you think that a change towards a peaceful world needs to change in the people they think? So yes, of course. What the current situation is mainly due to the people are thinking in the present. If we have to change the situation, if we want the world to be peaceful, then their thinking process, that is the mindset of the people, needs to be changed fundamentally. Can mind promote peace? Yes. And is it enough to focus only on human being? Yeah, 100%. What the simple answer is, a change towards a peaceful world needs to change in the way people think. For most conflict arises in the minds of the people. The mind itself is insufficient to promote peace, as the cause of the violence also lies in the social structure. The creation of the peaceful societies requires the elimination of the structural violence. So I think everything could be changed if we just try to shift the mindset of the people, give them the alternate perception about the same situation. They would not be acting violently about the same situation if they have the perception of a good in that situation. Then any social structure could help the world to be peaceful. Now your answer should be different. The second question, a state must protect the lives and rights of the citizens. However, at times its own actions are a source of violence against some of its state. We are documented with the help of some examples. So it is true that at times government-owned actions are a source of violence against some of its citizens. For example, Armed Force Special Power Act of 1958 in Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura has been a source of violence against the citizens of this state, as this give excessive power and they ultimately do what they think. Now the act has resulted in large scale violence of the violation of the rights of the citizens under Article 14, 19, 21 and 22 and 25 of the Constitution. These acts allow any officer of armed forces to arrest or shoot the person's use of force and to search and premise on the basis of the suspicion. It is like you give the rights under Article 14 to 25 and then you made such an act that violate the personal liberty and all those things. These acts also bestows legal immunity to the official protecting them from prosecution. It is also like you held someone and he is not having the legal rights. Another example of state violence on civilian is related to the land acquisition. In the name of the development, the state forcefully encroached upon the land of the people in Nandigram and in Singapore, and to an example. And now these questions are valid because there have been some cases in the past when the civilian protested, they had to face brutalities of the police. So a state must protect the lives and the rights of the citizens, but we see that the state action are a source of violence against some of the citizens, and it is too sad, and we need the citizens to be more responsible and more proactive and more vocal. And there is a third question, peace can be realized when there is a freedom, equality and justice. Do you agree? Yeah, of course. Of course, it is correct that peace can be realized in the presence of freedom, equality and justice. Freedom in the society allows people to express themselves freely, while equality and justice helped in removing the ground for conflict. Every person and group will be able to fulfill their basic needs in society when equality prevails. So ultimately, the world will be much peaceful. There will not be the conflicts, unnecessary conflicts. Every person and group will be able to fulfill the basic needs we just discussed. Justice ensure the prevention of oppression from individual and groups based on the class, gender. The unnecessary oppression would not be there if the system will be justified and justiceful. Now, there's freedom for all, along with equality and justice, addressing the aspirations of all individuals and groups that help in removing insecurities and breed resentment among groups and cause conflicts. But the fourth question, use of violence does not achieve just ends in the long run. What do you think about the statement? Right, use of violence does not achieve just end in the long term, as violence tends to become out of the control and causes a trail of death and destruction. Violence leads to destruction, not a beneficial result. Ultimately, violence involves in forcefully removing operations, liberation struggles and Defense is often justified. In some cases, it is seen, but however, the removal of oppressor by the oppressed class through violent struggle led to another cycle of violence fueled by feelings for revenge. Yeah. According to Mahatma Gandhi, when violence is done for good, the good is temporary, and the evil done is permanent. As violence breeds hatred, resentment for divides people instead of uniting them. For the fifth question, differentiate between the major approaches discussed in the chapter to the establishment of the peace in the world. There are three major approaches. The first approach favors sovereignty. It deals with the competition between the state and the maintenance of the balance of power to conflict. This approach upheld the sovereignty of the state as paramount and competition them as a fact in order to promote peace. Second approach deals with economic integration and interdependence that led to political unification. Economic and political cooperation between the state would lead to peace by promoting international understanding. Now the third approach visualized the state as a traditionalist system as the emergence of globalization community surprising the state system to maintain world peace. Praise of the people's movement and multinational cooperation in a step in a direction. The process of globalization has continued to this by reducing the influence of a state and diluting the concept of sovereignty. So yeah, at the world level, at the national level, at the state level, and at every level where we have divided ourselves and made the institution, we should try to spread the peace, and so the meaning of the chapter will be fulfilled.